Dear Professor and faculty member, my name is Sukma.meganova Effendi. I'm a doctoral student in Rajamangala University of Technology, Tanyapuri. I want to present my homework about IoT using Thinker IO ASP8266 for making a smart car. This is the outcome of this homework. A system that integrates and communicates between electronic system and Internet of Things IoT system and vice versa to control a smart car to move in four directions: forward, backward, turn right, and turn left. Like in this picture, there are two pictures in here. This is the electronic system, this is the smart car, and this is the display of the control for IoT smart car system. This is the hardware that used in this homework. The first is protoboard, jumper, cable USB to printer, driver L298N and ESP8266, and of course the smart car for wheels kit. This is the mechanic system. This is the wiring diagram of this smart car. This is the motor DC, and this is the driver L298N. This is the battery, and this is the ASP8266. And for the wiring, for connecting all the components, I will show in this slide. This is the wiring diagram of motor DC and driver L298N. For the first, this is in motor DC L1 and L2 VCC. This is connected to the driver L298N for pin out 1. And then for L1, L2 ground is connected to the out 2, and then R1 and R2, this is connected to out 4, and this is R1 and R2 VCC connected to the out to the out 4, and this is R1 R2 ground connected to the out 3. This is, we can see R1 L2 R1 R2 from this wiring diagram. This is R1, this is R2, this is R1, this is R2. This is for motor right, and this is for motor left. This is for motor right, and this is for motor left. And then this is the wiring diagram for, this is the wiring diagram of battery and driver. Driver for L298N and ESP8266. This is the plus or VCC in the battery connected to the pin 12 port in the L298N and in the pin pay-in ESP8266. And then for the minus or ground battery connected to the ground of L298N and ESP8266. And then the last, this is the connect wiring diagram of driver to the ESP8266. In the driver, there is a pin in 1 connected to the pin D4, pin in 2 connected to the pin D3, pin in 3 connected to the pin D2, and then pin in4 connected to the pin D1. This is the software that used in this homework. The first is Arduino IDE version 2.3.2, and we have to add the Tinger ASP8266.8 from the library manager. We can install first from tinger.io by Alvaro Luis Bustamante. We can choose the version in here. And then the second is tinger.io. And then the third is Notepad++ for text editor. And then I will show the code and the experimental. The first is for set up the Arduino code for ASP8266. The important thing is for adding the library of Tinger ASP8266.8, and also in this declaration for username, device ID, device credential in the Tinger IO. Use the right username, device ID, and device credential like in the Tinger IO main. And then this is for the SSID and declaration for SSID and password that used for communication between the electronic system and IoT system. And this is the setup IoT platform in the Tinger.io. Go to the device menu and then choose the device name like in the previous slide. The device name is sukma_IoT. Just click and then click the API, and then after that we can see the controller for the robot. There are forward, backward, turn right, and stop control in the API. And then change the value number here to 0 or 1, and then run, and then we can see the wheel of the smart car will move according to the instruction in the signal. And then after that, we have to go to the access token menu and then choose the right name of the token. I use sukma_smart card. Just click and then write the name of the token ID, and then after that we have to copy this address. We have to copy this address, this access token address. After we click the copy button and then update the token, and then this is the setup HTML code. This is for edit the HTML code. I use Notepad++. Just go to the line number 93. There is a URL address. We have to change in here after the user slash. We have to write the username and also device ID that we use in the tinger.io. And then go to the line 95 for the authorization address. After the period, we have to change this address with the access token address that I copied from the tinger.io. And then this is the display of the IoT smart car control. There are 5 control: forward, reverse or backward, right, this is for turn right, this left, this is for turn left, and this is stop for stop the movement. And then I will show the code in the Arduino. For the first, this is the library to communicate with ESP8266 and IoT platform. And this is the username, device ID, device credential. This is the Tinger.io credential. For set up the user credential for connecting to Tinger.io. And this is the SSID and password. Wi-Fi credential defines the Wi-Fi network's SSID and password. And in this line, this is for create an instance of the Tinger ASP8266 class using the provided credential. And then this one, this is for declaration pins that use for control the motor. L1 in connected in D3. This is for pin 1 motor left. L2 in pin D4. This is pin 2 for motor left. This is R1 in D1. This is pin 1 motor right. And this is R2 in D2 for pin 2 motor right. And then this is for defined as global variable of smart car movement. And then this is the setup function. Start from serial begin using 115200 bound. This is for initialize serial communication. And this is for configure the motor control pins R1, L2, R1, and R2 as output. And then this is for connect the ASP8266 to the specified Wi-Fi network. And then for this one, else if function, this is for create a resource in Tinger.io that allows controlling the robot's movement. When a command is received, the movement variable is set and based on its value 1 until 5. The robot will move forward for value 1, and then the robot will move backward for the movement value 2, and then turn left for the movement value 3, and then turn right for the movement value 4, and then stop for the movement value is 5. And the other is for stop. And then this is for the looping function. The first in here, this is for handles the communication with Tinger.io, ensuring the device stays connected and processes incoming command. And this is for delay between each loop iteration to avoid overwhelming the processor. And in here there is a forward function. This is for control the smart car to move forward by setting motor DC using pins L1 for high signal, L2 for in low signal, R1 in high signal, R2 in low signal. And then this is for the back function. This is for control the smart car to move backwards by setting motor DC using pin L1 in low signal, L2 in high signal, R1 in low signal, and R2 in high signal. And then this is for the left function. This is control the smart car to turn left by setting the motor DC using pin R1 in low signal, R2 in high signal, R1 in high signal, and R2 in low signal. And then this is for the right function. This is for control the smart car to turn right by setting the motor DC using pin R1 in high signal, R2 in low signal, R1 in low signal, and R2 in high signal. And this is for the stop function. For control the smart car to stop by setting motor DC using the pin R1 is all pin R1, R2, R1, and R2 in low signal. And then I will show this is the HTML code. This is for making the display in HTML for making the aesthetic display. And we can see in here, like I explained before, in the line 93 in here, we have to change this with our username and device ID in thinger.io, and then in the line 95 you have to change this address using the access token that we copied from thinger.io. Then this is the thinger.io platform, then login, and then after that, after we are login, go to the dashboard. We have to wait. Choose the right name, and then after that go to the access token, go to the right name token, and then write the token ID, and then this is the address of access token, just copy, and then don't forget to update the token. And after copy the access token, just paste in the line number 95 after the period. Then I will show the experiment test, the experimental. This is when I open the Arduino. This is for setting the username, device ID, and device credential in Thinger.io. This is for the SSID and password that I use in this smart car. Don't forget to make sure you already connected with the Wi-Fi that you use. Okay, this is a smart car. This is from battery. There is a VCC and ground. We have to connect in this component here, and then connected to the power supply in the driver L298N. And then also in the ESP8266. This, this is for VCC and this is for ground. And this is the pin for control the motor. This is from here, from in 1 until in 4. And this is for connecting all the motor. This tip block. This is from the left motor. This is from right motor. And connect. Then go to the tinger.io. Go to the device menu. Go to the right device name. This is shown that this is online. This means the electronic is connected to the IoT system, and then after go to the API, we can change the value of the resource of this is for moving forward with the instruction is 1. 2 is for backward. 'Move backward'. Backward is the direction is counterclockwise, and then movement 3 is for this is move forward and this is move backward. So this is for this is movement 3. This is for turn left. The left motor is forward, and then the right motor is backward. And then movement 4. This is for turn right. So the right motor is forward and the left motor is backward. And then for movement 5, this is for stop the movement. And then go to the HTML display. This is for control using IoT system. Then click the forward button, and then the wheel will move forward. All the wheel is forward. And then for reverse, this is for backward. The motor will move counterclockwise. And then left, this is for turn left. The left motor move clockwise and the right motor move counterclockwise. This is the left motor. And then click right, button right, and then the right wheel will move clockwise, move forward, and then the left motor will move counterclockwise. This is for backward. And then for stop button, this is for stop the movement. This is all the explanation of my This is all the explanation of my homework. Thank you for watching.